The Hopi prophecies march onward, each sign a deeper wave of change. We've seen white invaders with thunder, spinning wheels carrying voices. Now the third. Strange beasts resembling buffalo, but armed with massive longhorns, will overrun the land in countless numbers. What ancient vision could describe the longhorn cattle that reshaped the American West? The Hopi people, guardians of ancient wisdom in the American Southwest, have preserved oral traditions speaking of cosmic cycles. Worlds created in harmony, destroyed when humanity strays into greed and disconnection. Their elders revealed 9 prophetic signs to the wider world in the 20th century, not as doom, but as urgent calls to return to balance. The first sign brought armed invaders booming like thunder. The second rolled in with spinning wheels filled with voices, the covered wagons of pioneers. Now the third sign escalates the transformation. There will come a strange beast, like a buffalo, but with great long horns, which will overrun the land in large numbers. In the ancient Americas, the mighty bison, sacred providers, roamed the Great Plains in tens of millions. They sustained tribes with meat, hides, bones. But no creature matched this prophecy. Horns sweeping dramatically long and curved. A beast both familiar to the buffalo yet utterly foreign. The story begins with Spanish explorers in the 1500s. Conquistadors like Coronado brought cattle from Europe, including hardy breeds that escaped and fertilized in the Southwest. Over centuries, natural selection forged the iconic Texas Longhorn, tough, agile survivors of desert heat. By the mid-1800s, these longhorns exploded in numbers. After the Civil War, massive cattle drives moved millions northward from Texas ranches to railheads in Kansas and beyond. Trails like the Chisholm, the Goodnight Loving, the Shawnee. Herds of thousands thundering across plains, dust clouds rising, horns clashing. They overran vast territories, grazing lands once dominated by bison and native hunters. The impact was seismic. Ranching boomed, fueling America's economy. Beef fed growing cities. But for indigenous peoples, including Hopi, indirectly affected through broader displacement, it meant further erosion of traditional lifeways, open ranges fenced, water sources claimed, ecosystems altered, such as those sharing with anthropologists. Frank Waters in the 1960s directly tied this sign to cattle. Some accounts add details like the beasts coming in many colors or changing the land. Longhorns appeared in reds, whites, spotted patterns unlike the uniform bison, and their grazing reshaped prairies. The horns themselves are legendary, spanning up to 7 feet tip to tip, far more exaggerated than bison. Great long horns, unmistakable. Once again, the specificity astounds. How could oral traditions from a desert people describe an imported European animal so precisely? One that would dominate landscapes centuries later? The prophecies aren't about assigning blame. They're mirrors, reflecting humanity's growing imbalance, prioritizing conquest and profit over stewardship of the earth. The third sign marks another layer, living creatures themselves becoming tools of change, overtaking the natural order. As herds multiplied into the millions, the West was remade. And with 6 more signs to unfold, many say already upon us, the warnings intensify. The Hopi path remains clear: live simply, respectfully, in harmony, or face the consequences of the purification. But the longhorn beasts still echo across time. So, did ancient Hopi elders truly foresee the longhorn beasts that overran the West? Another prophecy charging into reality? What does this third sign reveal to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing them. If these vibes are grabbing your attention, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to Harry's History and Myths, and don't forget to turn on those notifications for the upcoming 4th sign. You won't want to miss it. The ancient warnings thunder on. Thanks for watching. Stay awakened.